Benchmark, the voice of business. Presented by LMD.
On this edition of Benchmark, the barometer of biz confidence, the LMD Nielsen Business Confidence Index, plunges to a post-war low. Nielsen Lanka's Managing Director Shaheen Kader analyzes the data. Then, in our Spotlight segment, we feature Linda Speldewind, Managing Director of the Academy of Design, who talks about Sri Lanka's vibrant fashion industry. And we wrap up this edition with LMD columnist Samantha Amarasinghe, who discusses central bank's lowering of the growth forecast and our balance of payments crisis in this weak global environment. That's the lineup for Benchmark.
Hello and welcome to Benchmark. I'm Anushan Selvaraja, and with me today is the Managing Director of the Nielsen Company, Shaheen Kader, with the latest in the BCI data. Now Shaheen, the April BCI at 105 basis points is at a nearly 3-year low, and the index has declined sharply from 135 in March. In fact, this is the highest fall in the index in a month since February last year. What is your take on this?
Yes, it's obviously a serious decline. It is a concern. But it's not surprising. I mean, looking at the events that's happened in February and March, the devaluation of the rupee is obviously the biggest concern, which has really pushed up cost of imported goods and also the cost of borrowing to an extent by some of the companies who have borrowed from overseas. When they pay back, they have to pay back at a higher rate, conversion rate of the rupee to the dollar. So these two, I think, have caused a lot of concerns. Also, what's happened over a period of time, I think, is the increase in the central bank lending rate from which was 9% in May last year, is now it's going at around 13% in April. So it's like a almost 50% increase in the lending rate, which pushes up cost of borrowing substantially, which would impact profits of companies. Obviously, there is a huge concern in all this. And also going along with this, concerns of inflation. When the rupee gets devalued, cost of goods go up, transport goes up, fuel goes up, all that. So it is a concern. And similarly, the consumer confidence index also has gone down, again due to very similar reasons. Perhaps not the payment of loans part of it, but the cost of goods going up is a bit of a concern.
There's been a war of words in recent times with economists on both sides of the great political divide making completely opposite statements regarding the economy. Now even former senior public officials have jumped on the bandwagon and challenged the official numbers that we all make our assessments from. Now how do you view this, and does this scenario also affect business confidence?
Yeah, the BCI, the Business Confidence Index, actually captures both long and short-term expectations that the business sector has, not only about their business but also about the economy, Anushan. So when there are contradictory views being expressed, it does affect the perception that businesses have. And so it is. I mean, there should have been some sort of consistent point of view here. And and also on the day that the central bank raised doubts about expecting 8.2% economic growth, which was the planned growth for 2012, and reduce it to by 1 percentage point, the stock market immediately reacted negatively, and all this has a compounding effect.
What are your findings on our FDI prospect?
Yeah, Anushan, we have seen an increase in pessimism in terms of the investment climate among the people that we interview. In April, where almost 40% said the investment climate was poor or very poor, compared to about 20 to 25% saying so in the period of December to March. Now, we have to also keep in mind that globally, due to recessionary concerns, in many countries FDIs are down, and Sri Lanka is no exception. So therefore, this makes a bigger challenge for us. We need to work extremely hard to increase Sri Lanka's share of the FDI pie in sectors, I guess, other than those based on tourism.
One survey participant says that taxes and import duties on vehicles and other goods have increased significantly, and that even the cost of electricity is considerably higher. Another says that rising inflation is the main issue that needs to be addressed and that measures taken by the government were not enough to control prices. A third respondent from the construction sector is up in arms over rising interest rates. Now, Shaheen, the underlying theme in all these comments seems to be that business and profits are going to be affected severely by these issues. Are they right?
I believe so. I mean, the cost of imported goods and raw materials will definitely go up as a result of devaluation. The increased cost of interest rates would impact profits, obviously. Companies who have also borrowed from overseas markets would also have concerns in paying back. Due to devaluation, they have to pay back more. So this would all definitely impact businesses. But we need to look forward now, and these adjustments were necessary, I guess, to prevent our economy from overheating. And let's hope that the bitter medicine that we had to swallow now would make us a healthier nation in the next few months, as hopefully the trade deficit would reduce. It was a trade deficit really that caused, I think, set all these financial measures in motion, and that exports, I hope that exports would benefit tremendously and therefore, reduce the balance of trade gap, which resulted in the need for, I guess, many of these corrective measures.
That was Shaheen Khadr, the Managing Director of the Nielsen Company. We will go in for a short commercial break now, and on the other side is Savitri Rodrigo with Spotlight. Stay tuned.
So much of your life is spent taking care of others, showing love in ways no other could. Now it's our turn to show you how much we care. Introducing Leasara from Mobitel, a special package for women with a free life insurance cover up to 500,000 rupees. Leasara, empowering women today for a secure tomorrow. Mobitel, we care always.
If you're looking for a leasing company to make your wheels go round, with fast, friendly and hassle-free service, together with flexibility and the best interest rates in town, let us show you how we can make your world go round. People's Leasing Company. We're the #1 in leasing because pleasing people is our #1 priority.